Hello everyone, I am Sandeep. I am the Senior Global IVD Product Director for Fapon Biotech. Today's webinar is about Fapon's CLIA and Biochemistry one-stop solutions and how we are enabling local manufacturing. Before we start, I want to tell you something more about Fapon Biotech. We started our journey in 2001 with the development of IVD raw materials. When we started producing antibodies, antigens, and enzymes. In the second phase of our growth, we started producing core raw materials and the reagent solutions for the IVD industry. Thereafter, we ventured into one-stop solutions, where apart from the raw materials and the reagents, we also started producing the open instruments. From 2021 onwards, we started working in direct collaboration with the industrial partners. And apart from providing the one-stop solutions, we now encourage the ecosystem cooperation with our partners. And we started developing innovative products. And for the future, we are continuously innovating and exploring new product ideas. So at this stage, we are one of the topmost high quality IVD raw material and one-stop solution provider to the IVD industry. We have multifarious raw materials, reagents, and the IVD solutions for a large number of platforms, starting from CLIA, ELISA, fluorescent immunoassay, colloidal gold-based rapid test, immunoturbidimetry, RT-PCR, next generation sequencing, and LAMP. We have more than 23 years of existence in the industry, more than 1,400 matured products. We have more than 1,100 patents and more than 2,500 global business partners. In this webinar, we will discuss about the one-stop IVD solution. We will discuss what we are doing for the CLIA product offerings. Thereafter, we will discuss about most of our biochemistry IVD solutions. And finally, we will discuss about the localization strategy. So first, let's discuss about the concept behind IVD one-stop solution. It is very similar to how you prepare your dishes using the kitchen maker and the ingredients, except in case of the IVD industry, instead of the ingredients, your ingredients you use for the IVD product is your raw materials and the reagents. Instead of the instrument like the kitchen maker, you use your open instrument, and the protocols are already there, how you prepare your IVD products. And these protocols as well as the procedures need to be ISO 13485 compliant, and they need to follow the design control policies of FDA as well as the CE IVDR. Then your final products that are developed, these are very similar to the dishes that come out of the kitchen maker. So at Fapon, we are providing the one-stop solution for multifarious assay formats. Now, let's discuss first about the chemiluminescent immunoassay. There, our one-stop solution for the chemiluminescent immunoassay is we are helping you with the development by providing the raw materials, reagents, and the open analyzers. So most of the IVD manufacturers, they can use these components to successfully develop their IVD products. Apart from that, we also provide you several other ingredients, like we are providing you with blockers, heterophilic antibody blocking reagents, the raw materials for a large variety of the assays. Then we also help you with the customization solutions for your analyzer, for software. We also decrease your time to the market by providing you the bulk reagents, where everything is optimized in terms of the components, reagents, as well as the protocols of the assay. And we provide you the open analyzers also as OEM solutions, where you can register the analyzer in your own name. Then it is your instrument. And we also help you with the reagent registration as well as the clinical evaluation studies. So most of our IVD manufacturers, they also want to produce most of the reagents and the solutions locally at their respective sites. And we help you in the development of those customized solutions for your specific needs. And we share with you the SOPs for quality controls, for installation, for all the procedures that goes like into the development of the IVD products. And finally, when everything is ready and you want to venture inside the market, we also help you with the installations, provide you technical support, and after sales also, we help you with all the market solutions and the technical supports that you require. Now, let's discuss about the various open CLIA analyzers that Fapon has. We have one of the smallest footprint analyzers for low throughput, 120 tests per hour. So this is ShineEye 1000. Then we have ShineEye 2000, which is medium throughput, around 200 tests per hour. This is good like for most of the needs of the medium-sized IVD laboratory. Then you have another model, which is ShineEye 3000. It can do up to 300 tests per hour. And together with ShineEye 2000, these two are more appropriate for the medium throughput. That accounts for most of the IVD testing in the field. But apart from the medium throughput, we also have high throughput IVD analyzers. First, we have ShineEye 6000. It can do up to 600 tests per hour. Then we have a modular system, which is ShineEye 8000, 9000. It can do up to 900 tests per hour. And you can combine 4 of them to get a throughput of 3600 tests per hour. So this is like the highest throughput in the entire industry. And all our analyzers, we recommend our customers to go for the actinium esters based flash chemiluminescence. But we can also provide the same analyzers for the alkaline phosphatase based glow chemiluminescence, HRP based glow chemiluminescence, or ABEI based flash chemiluminescence. But due to the technical advantages and the superiority, we recommend our customers to go for actinium ester. For our CLIA menu, we have more than 50 tests in our panels, ranging from tumor biomarkers, hormones, thyroid, cardiac, infectious disease, inflammation, diabetes, eclampsia, anemia, and the metabolic panels. And further, we are developing around 200 panels. One of the distinct advantages of the Fapon CLIA is most of our assays, they are not interfered by the biotin interference, which is one of the biggest limitation for the entire industry. When FDA issued several patient safety declarations in 2017. So, and as we are employing like our own raw materials and the reagents for most of our CLIA menu assays, so the customers can expect like we can always provide you our test in the desired throughput that you require for your market needs, and we can constantly improve the assay menus as per the market requirement. Then Fapon, as you know, like producing the raw materials is the heart for Fapon. We have developed multiple generations of the antibody production technologies, starting from the conventional hybridoma. Now we are venturing more inside the phage display as well as the single B cell technology. So our development time for most of our targets have decreased a lot. And together with the AI, now we can produce some of the most highly challenging antibodies and the raw materials for the IVD assays very, very fast. And this we are constantly improving. Then we are also providing you protein-free blocker. It has very high stability because it is chemically synthesized. We can produce it in any particular quantity that you require. In comparison to BSA, that is like around 50 kilodalton. This protein-free blocker is very, very small, many times smaller than the PSA. So the diameter is 0.72 nanometer and the molecular weight is 4 kilodalton. In most of our assays that we have tested this particular blocker, as well as most of the IVD manufacturers have already tested it, we find like it is giving you very high signal to the noise ratio, and it is giving you higher sensitivity, less noise, low non-specific binding, and the most important is we can use it like in multifarious assay formats ranging from CLIA, ELISA, fluorescent immunoassays, rapid test, immunoturbidimetry, and we are getting all the advantages that we should get from a very good blocker. And because the size is very small, it can cover a lot of the non-specific binding sites which are available on your solid surface, either on your magnetic beads or on your solid surface like your ELISA plates or your nitrocellulose or the nylon membrane in case of the rapid test. Then Fapon is also providing you a wide range of the heterophilic antibodies. And the distinct advantage of our heterophilic antibody is we are providing you many more options, a wide range of the combinations and the variety in terms of the heterophilic antibodies. And they can counteract like your HAMA, your rheumatoid factor, as well as most of the heterophilic antibody interferences that you usually find in case of the immunoassays. And during the last decade, you have noticed like many of the heterophilic antibodies for many of the FDA and the CE approved tests. So many of the clinicians found like you have interference from the heterophilic antibodies. But now the IVD manufacturers, they can use our heterophilic antibodies and they can counteract the interference successfully at the development time so that these interferences don't pop up in the clinical assays where the decision making is very, very crucial. The green highlighted ones are using the recombinant material. Now, Fapon also provides a wide range of the raw materials for the quality controls and the calibrators for the immunoassays. These are wide range of the IVD raw materials for the calibrators and the controls that we are providing to the IVD industry for many years. Now, Fapon has the capability to develop the novel sandwich immunoassay formats for the small molecules such as vitamin D. As you know, like for the small molecules, competitive immunoassay is one of the main assay formats. But sandwich immunoassay, it has a lot more advantages with respect to the competitive immunoassays for the small molecules. When we developed the solutions for vitamin D, we already found that the analytical performance of our sandwich immunoassay is many times higher than the competitive immunoassay that we had for many years. Now, with the new assay format, we don't see any of the challenges in terms of the sensitivity that we had in the competitive assay. We have high correlation with the LCMS, which is the gold standard for vitamin D. And we have the lowest LOB and the LOD in the entire industry. And we cover the entire pathophysiological range, starting from 1.5 to 150 nanogram per ml. Fapon employs a single component lysis buffer, and we are not affected by the potential interfering substances which were affecting the competitive assay. And for the small molecules, we are using like our own internally generated raw materials. So the customers have high flexibility that we can constantly improve the raw materials to achieve the desired sensitivity that the clinic require at any particular moment. In case of vitamin D, one of the antibodies is binding to the vitamin D molecule. And after that, the complex of the capture antibody to the vitamin D, it is recognized by the secondary antibody. So this is how we are developing the sandwich immunoassay for the complex molecules and the small molecules like vitamin D. So in the near future, we are launching many new assay formats for small molecules such as estradiol, and for the T3, T4, and also for aldosterone. Now, second part, we will discuss about our biochemistry one-stop IVD solutions. So Fapon provides you not only the semi-automated and the automated analyzers, which are again like our open instruments. We also provide you the raw materials, reagents for a wide range of the panels. Like we have for the blood glucose, we have for the inflammation, we also have it for the kidney function, for rheumatoidism, and lastly also for the cardiovascular function. So there, when we provide you like the raw material, reagents, open instruments, we also provide you with wide variety of the latex particle that you can use for the biochemistry assay formats. And we share with you the protocols and the procedures that you require for the development of the IVD products. This includes the SOPs, your filling, your formulation, as well as the procedures for developing like your quality controls and the calibrators. Now in this slide, we will discuss about the wide variety of the latex particle that we are providing to our customers. So we have wide range of the latex particles started from 90 nanometers to up to 130 nanometers in diameter. And as we already tested it for wide range of the biochemistry analytes, so we recommend our customers to use it for the specific analytes. Now in the next slide, we will discuss about the biochemistry raw materials. We provide you all these different raw materials that we discussed in the previous slide, together with the antibody coupling procedures and the latex particles. So using these particular procedures, you can couple your own antibodies to the latex particles. And for the specific panels, like for the CRP, for ASO, for D-dimer, rheumatoid factor, your cystatin C, we have already streamlined like what you will require for the development of the IVD products. So we will share all those product solutions, our knowledge, SOPs, and the guidance that you require for the development of these particular products. Then similarly, we also provide the raw materials for the calibrators and controls for the biochemistry products. So, and most of them, they are recombinant, and we suggest our customers how they can develop their own calibrators and controls for their specific products. Now the last part, we will discuss about the localization strategy. Now as per the trend globally, most of the countries, they want to develop like their own IVD local manufacturing via the IVD manufacturers that are existing in those particular areas. So starting from the pandemic, we saw like that there is a huge need for the localization strategies, and we have to help our clients and the customers in providing the solutions where they can do the localized IVD manufacturing. Now, how does the process of localization works? So this is like a 5-stage process for us. In the first stage, we try to understand the local IVD partners' needs, what they require like in terms of the localization. Then in the second stage, once we have understood what are the needs of the customer, we provide them the customized IVD localization solution. And in the third stage, as this is a cooperation between Fapon and the IVD partner. So we go for the business cooperation agreement with them. And in the next phase, we discuss and start the IVD localization project that we already agreed with our local IVD partner. And then once in this particular project, we go everything step by step from the start of the development to the manufacturing, then your validation and the clinical trials, followed by your market launch. So in the final stage, when everything is ready, the last stage of localization is the market launch, where your product is already registered and everything is manufactured and developed in a good way, and you have completed the overall technical file. Now this localized IVD solution is a win-win for both the parties. It reduces the time to the market. The partner can penetrate the market more strongly and increase their market penetration. They have higher revenue because they can venture the market earlier and penetrate at a higher level. And they can increase their product portfolio very fast to be more competitive with respect to their competitors in the market. And they have full control because they are producing everything locally, checking everything, manufacturing everything in the desired throughput. So I believe like the local IVD market is also more supportive of the localized solution that they are getting from the regional IVD manufacturer. And as the partner has full control over the development and the manufacturing, they have high compliance, and the sustainability is also very high because the local market knows like they are getting this solution from the local manufacturer. So this is the ideal solution for the future needs of the local market, and very good in case of the pandemics or the epidemics in the local areas. Now in the next slide, we will discuss about the localization project outline. So as you know, like there are several phases like in the project, starting from the development, which is like your product design. Then you go like to the manufacturing of the product. Then you check, once everything is developed, the safety and efficacy of your developed product. And finally, you take like the regulatory approval from the required regulatory bodies locally, as well as you can also go for the international scenario like for the FDA and for the CE-IVDR. And finally, when you have the regulatory approval, then you go for the market launch. And once your product is launched in the market, you have to sustain the product, and then you require like the product maintenance. So each of these phases, it comprises of several steps. And below you can see like there is a responsibility that both Fapon and the partner carries. So in the initial phases for the development, manufacturing, this is done by Fapon together with the local partner. And when it comes like you have developed and manufactured the product and you want to check the safety and the efficacy, then the local IVD manufacturers, they cooperate like with the local clinical testing labs. So they take the lead, and Fapon assists them like with the validation and the verification protocols, and for the clinical testing, like what they need to do. And for the regulatory approval, there as the entire development, manufacturing, and the clinical testing has happened, and the technical file is ready. So this, the local partner can directly approach their notified body and register their product in the particular market. So this is the responsibility for our local partner, and as and when they required any support from Fapon, we are there like to help them, and the product is approved for the respective market. So the local IVD partner, they can launch the product inside the market. And finally, for the product maintenance, where the local partner requires some assistance from Fapon, like for the installation, for the technical service, for the annual inspection. Their Fapon always help the regional partner, and we can train our local IVD partner to provide all the services for the market also. So depending on the scenario, we provide assistance to the local IVD manufacturers for the product maintenance. Now, in the next slide, we can take like a brief overview of the product roadmap, like for the CLIA and the biochemistry. Because the starting point that you start is like with the raw materials and the analyzers. At Fapon, we have already completed the development of the bulk menu for CLIA as well as for biochemistry by following the different stages as per the design controls policy that the IVD manufacturers have to follow globally, both for the FDA as well as for the CE IVDR. So at Fapon, we start our project initiation. Then it follows feasibility, optimization, and the process development, verification, manufacturing transfer, validation. So when we approach like the validation, you can say like most of the development of the protocols, manufacturing and everything has already happened. So now we have developed like the bulk reagents that is required like for the CLIA and the biochemistry. Technically, you can also call them semi-finished goods. And these bulk reagents you can provide to the partners, like the local IVD partners, to decrease their time to the market. And then you go like for the regulatory approvals and the product launch. So when you do like the product launch, these are finished products as per the respective markets, or for the international market, like for the US FDA, Saudi FDA, your Chinese FDA, Korean FDA, or your CE IVDR. And finally, when you launch your products, you have to do the post-market surveillance or the product maintenance. So depending on which kind of the IVD solution the partner requires, they want to decrease their time to the market using the bulk reagents, or they want to customize their analyzer software. And for some projects, they might want to develop something for their local market. Then they want to start from the beginning. So all those solutions Fapon can provide and help in developing those particular IVD products for the local market needs of the IVD partner. So I'll share with you two examples to give you a feel how the IVD localization product looks like. So in this slide, like I'll share with you one of the examples where we helped our local IVD partner in the Middle East. So in this particular project, there was 5 phases. We started with the testing of our bulk reagents at the partner site. We validated the entire process that needs to be followed at the client site. We signed a cooperation agreement with our local IVD partner. And once the payment as per the agreement is already done, we shared with them the procedures as well as the formulation for the development of the IVD products. And in the last phase, we went like for the post-sales agreement. So we started with the bulk reagents where the partner took it as OEM from us and they tested everything at their regional site. Then we shared like the combination formula for everything that goes in the development of the IVD products. They developed all the products by themselves at their local site. And it also involved the technology transfer. Like we ensure like the partner is following all the procedures, the formulations, the process like for the calibrators, quantity controls, and the manufacturing that Fapon is producing at our parent site. So once the entire technology transfer, the knowledge transfer has happened from us, the partner is fully competent in developing their IVD products. We help them in developing the entire IVD product and ensuring they develop it with a very high success rate. And yeah, this was like a big success for the IVD partner. They developed their product very, very fast and launched it in their regional market. And the second example is for the pandemic response. Now, Fapon, as you already know, we are into multifarious assay formats, ranging from CLIA, from ELISA for rapid test, biochemistry, immunoturbidimetry, for RT-PCR, or the LAMP, and the next generation sequencing. So during the COVID, we saw like that many of the countries are not well equipped and they cannot approach the market very, very fast if they have to develop like their own products. So during the pandemic response, one of the countries from the South America approached Fapon, and they wanted like a localized solution to do the entire testing for the COVID pandemic. So we helped the company, we helped the government. So in this specific case, we provided the local cooperation partner with a complete solution like for the COVID-19 rapid antigen test, antibody test, as well as like provided them the solution for the RT-PCR. And this enabled the specific country to provide the pandemic response as fast as possible and to control the pandemic very, very early. So it helped in saving many lives and helped the government in taking the decisions very fast. So this is, I think, one of the best case scenarios where in the current scenario, because of the epidemics that can originate in any particular country, like the dengue pandemic, it originated in Brazil at far higher level last year. And similarly, due to the changing climate and the new patterns, there is a increased need for localization solutions. And at Fapon, we think we are best placed in providing the customized localization solution and the one-step solution for the multifarious assay formats. For CLIA, for biochemistry, we have already shared in this specific presentation. And if you have more specific needs or want to do something together with us and how Fapon can help you in the localized IVD market by providing you the desired localization solution, please feel free to approach us and we can set up a meeting at MedLab. We'll be exhibiting at MedLab at Z2C59. Please send us an email at sandeep.vashist@fapon.com. We will be more than happy to meet you in person. We hope this particular webinar gave you more insights into our localization solutions that we are providing and we are doing on a continuous basis with multiple IVD partners globally. Thank you. Have a nice day.